Why I went to therapy.
As you can probably guess from the title I chose for this video, it's gonna be kind of a more serious talk than what I normally do. Yeah, I'm gonna need some coffee for this. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Stumptown Coffee, and it is fantastic. Not a brand deal. Okay. Basically, the reason I went into therapy was, there's a number of reasons. Basically, I had an event in which a friend whom I thought I could trust showed me I could not trust them in certain ways. I realized now looking back is that I'm not to this day bothered by the fact that my friend betrayed me. I'm bothered by the fact that that betrayal sent me down a dark path in which I was extremely depressed. I was not productive at all. I was not a very good friend. Basically, I was treating my friends like dirt and pushing away all the people who were trying to help me. Yeah, that was the moment I realized I should probably go see someone about this. In fact, it almost destroyed a lot of the long-standing friendships that are the world that mean everything to me. It was on the night of my birthday that I realized that I was taking my friends for granted. They threw me a surprise party and I was in the midst of my depression. I could barely get a smile up all night. Yeah, that was rough. When I get depressed, I like to be by myself a lot, which is probably not helpful. I was considering actually killing myself, which sounds like a big deal, but to me it's something that's happened on and off throughout my life. So I've learned to deal with it, I guess. I'm telling you this because I'm trying to be more open and honest about who I am and expressing myself, I think. So I called him and it's been absolutely life-changing since I've gotten in there. I'm not totally happy with all of my behaviors, but I've become much better at owning all of my behaviors, which for me is huge, because a lot of times I've rejected things about myself that I didn't like, and what's unfortunate is there was a lot I did not like. So I was rejecting myself pretty heavy, and now I found it's crazy working with these therapists. It's incredible how powerful just talking to someone is, and having someone who's trained to listen and they know the patterns and they have the tools to help out, right? So now I've learned how to be more forgiving and accepting of myself, and actually that's freed me up so much creatively, especially. I've learned so much about myself through therapy, but also I've been expressing myself better as an artist as well, which is incredible. It's amazing how powerful it can be when you're not constantly destroying yourself. I started painting, which is cool. I've never been a painter much before. I started doing some art construction, building a set for my buddy, Rudy Mancuso. And now I've found that I really, really enjoy it. And I enjoy creating, and it's taught me a lot. It's so funny, actually. It's really, it's really funny because I've found that painting has actually helped improve my acting. Expressing myself through this medium of paint, and there is no right or wrong way to paint. Simply the way that works for you. And even bigger, bigger than as an artist, that's taught me a lot about my life is there's no right way to do this shit. You just do the way you feel you should, and hopefully it works out. Probably will work out. No. Fuck that, it's gonna work out. Do what you love, do it well. That's it, I don't have a third do. On the subject of doing, I will say one thing that Mr. Corey has taught me, and he says all the time, Mr. Howard Fine says this as well. I wanna say he's my coach, but he's more. He's a good man and an inspiration to me. So Howard, if you ever see this, Mr. Corey, if you ever see this, Marilyn McIntyre, if you ever see this, thank you. I really appreciate that. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Yeah, Let that sit in. From getting up in the morning and making your bed before you go, to making sure that you're kind to the checkout lady at your local grocery store. It's all the same, and it just helps you live more honestly, earnestly, and just better. I like to think of it like this. I want to do everything the way I would want my future child to do. Basically, I want to be proud of everything I do because I knew I did it well and I did it with my heart. I used to be afraid of therapy because I'd throw up these walls. I would paint the outside with a smile just so nobody would look to see past those walls and see that I was incredibly sad all the time. I don't know why. There's something so terrifying about being emotionally naked. I think it's because I always wanted to feel accepted, and I don't think I ever felt that before from anyone. I always thought that if I could love everyone else and everyone else loved me, then maybe one day I could be loved and earn love from myself. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Sounds so stupid, doesn't it? And cheesy, but it's probably the most important truth I have. I think this is all part of my healing process. The reason I decided to put this up on the internet is because, one, I wanted you to know why I haven't been very productive in making a lot of digital content, and also just to share with you my evolution as an artist and a human. I've learned through observation and watching other people being honest and naked about their emotions. That's pushed my evolution as a human, a place I never thought I could be. I'm actually comfortable and confident in who I am, and it took me 25 years of my life to figure that out. I like who I am. Wow. I like who I am. I think that's enough. To anyone watching this that feels the way I have, or the way I do still, I hope this helps. It's gonna be okay. Okay, thank you for being here with me. If you rode with me all the way to the end of this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and maybe some comments, tag some people, share this to someone who might need this, who could possibly be helped by my story. My name is Charles Laughlin. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time, all right?
We're sorry, the number you have reached is not in service. Please check the number or try your call again.